Here's a fact. We all know this one, that local is lekker. And this next recipe is bringing the Cape Malay flavors to life. You're gonna love it.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, it's all about the classics, and the much-loved classic Bobotie is a mouth-watering mixture of curried mince with fruity flavors and a creamy gold topping. What's not to love? Come on now. Now, we love celebrating our uniquely South African faves, so today we are combining Bobotie and, wait for it, Chakalaka. Yes, those two flavors coming together in a pretty Phyllo parcel, and it's a delicious Mzansi mouthful. And who better to bring this magic and concoction to life than one of my favorites, Chef Funi.
Oh yeah,
Chef
oh
Funi,
yeah,
how
oh
you doing?
yeah. I'm good, man.
It's
How are you?
so good to see you. Thank you so much for bringing this recipe through, because I think that South Africans do like to embrace South African favorites and classics. But seeing that combination of Bobotie and Chakalaka,
With Phyllo pastry, oh, something to try, hey?
I mean, something to try for sure. I'll tell you this, I will definitely be trying it. So let's begin. Let's get down to business.
Okay, very simple and easy. What you do, just have your onion, just saute my onion. After that, I'm gonna just add my spices. Remember, you need curry, you need turmeric.
Yes.
And then also the other thing that people need to add, chutney.
That is chutney, because we do, I mean, of course, you want that sweet and spicy combo.
Hey.
Okay.
And then from there, what I want you to do, you're just gonna make a custard. It's just egg.
Okay.
With the egg, with the milk. From there, we're gonna take the bread.
Yeah.
Just soak the bread in milk.
Yeah.
And then from there, we keep it aside. We're gonna just add in there, and it's gonna bind everything together. And then bobotie is gonna be like a ish something.
Something like a... You know what I love about you? The ability to take even what might seem like the most complicated recipe and the way you go on about it. I mean, it's like music, honestly. Like you just like, and then you take that and then, harafetsa, we will do that. Then we'll take this, we'll put that there. You make it sound so simple, but we've actually made it quite simple for you at home as well. If you want this recipe, go on to expressoshow.com. You will find it there, as well as all of the ingredients. Not too many ingredients. That's the beauty of a classic. You know?
Classic dish.
Really classic. Come on.
And then when you're done, you're just gonna need this melted clover butter. Just like that, little bit. And then put it in there. And then from there, the bobotie is already done. And the chakalaka, put it in there. From there, we're gonna just take the bread.
Fab.
Put it in there, and then you know what bread does, Mus?
It soaks it all in, right? It soaks it all
From
out.
there, when we talk about culinary terms, you know, we're gonna say, okay, this bread's gonna gelatinize. With gelatinization.
Oh, Funi, come on,
I'm
take
teaching
it
you
easy now.
And then it's gonna set.
It's gonna set.
And then give our bobotie this texture.
I love it. It's all the culinary terms coming through, but we are making use of our Clover Classic, which is an ideal and, I mean, I think very versatile fat spread that can be used daily for spreading, for cooking, and for baking.
Oh, yes.
And the nice thing is, you know, Funi and I, because we spend so much time with me teaching him how to make certain recipes that he's not familiar with. We're all about the classic dishes, and one of our favorites, you know, our favorite ways to enjoy a classic is, you know, with a slight twist, like with our Bobotie and Chakalaka, which I actually wrote for Chef Funi, this recipe.
We're getting there. Now I'm just sauteing my onion, added the mince, my spices.
Fantastic.
And then when you're done now, you just take the
Just want me
little
painting
bit,
the
little
that
bit
spread
here.
over
and then
our
we're
Phyllo.
just gonna put it like that. And then
Why are we doing this? Are we doing it so that it doesn't stick to the
Yes.
pan, I imagine?
also for it, so that when it, you know, it's pastry. When it now wanna rise, at least the it's gonna give it a little nice, something like that.
So you almost, you do want to make it a nice parcel, right? But you want to have some layers, so you don't want to be stingy. Getting layers, have layers to it, so that when the people enjoy your bobotie, that crunch shows up.
The crunchiness comes out, you know, the
shows
paste
up.
gives it the...
I want. How are we doing there?
You are getting there, we are getting there. Just gonna brown our mince now.
What would you say? Because I mean, I imagine that having made Bobotie so many times, when yourself a chef.
I mean, how can you stay in Cape Town and not
and
know
not
about Bobotie?
exactly right. But how do you switch it up? Because you know, a classic like Bobotie, yes, you want to not complicate it, but you also do want to switch it up whenever you can. Like, what is your go-to sort of way to add one thing that just changes it up sometimes?
You need to stick to the recipe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't try to be a little bit clever, because now remember these people, whoever invented Bobotie.
Yeah. It was Marianne something. Marianne something.
Egg Vietnamese, yeah. But now, remember now, the reason why they've got the egg, they've got the bread, the egg, the custard on it, so that it sticks. Some of them, you can even cut it nicely in nice slice, because it becomes like a solid.
It's solid, yes, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if you come up with something else, I don't think we can call it Bobotie.
No, I mean, we'd have to reinvent the whole thing, right? Okay, so while Chef Funi is going with that, let me tell you this. With Clover Classic, you stand the chance to win your share of R500,000, 500,000 Rand in prizes. Now, this is what you need to do to enter. Buy any Clover Classic custard, dairy snack, feta spread or mayonnaise, and WhatsApp the till slip of your purchase to 074-909-0000. And you can find T's and C's, which they certainly do apply. Find them on clover.co.za. It's all about the classic, timeless taste. But if you want this recipe, go on to expressoshow.com to get this delectable recipe. And Chef Funi, how are we doing? Are we almost there?
Getting there, getting there. Just few seconds.
So the process would be that we take that and we put it in our Phyllo, just like you've done here. And then what's next?
Chakalaka.
Chakalaka would go over like so, all right? Perfection. And then the egg.
Then your egg.
Our egg would go on. How would you then get the egg onto there?
Bread.
So let's do that. Do it for us very quickly before we go on a recap. So the bread will go in there,
just break it. It's already been soaked, and then
already soaked all of that up, and then you throw it on here.
You so perfectly.
There we go.
And then also we're gonna garnish with that, and then a little bit spoon there, and then put it there.
Okay, so
Perfect.
this is how
and then
it would go.
Put your bay leaves in there.
Flavors. Oh. Well, listen, while we do this and finish up our Bobotie and Chakalaka marriage, please, if you missed any of the steps involved here, here's a quick recap for you.
Made with love by Clover.